welcome back to my channel. If you guys are new to this channel, my name is Natasha and this is my channel called Hidden Beauty by Tosh. If you guys are returning subscribers, welcome back. I would love if you guys would like the video, comment below, tell me what you guys think. But as you guys can tell by the title of this video, I'm going to be doing a really exciting video today. I'm actually super excited to record this today because I love doing informative videos like this, helping people from like the beginning. I think it's always like so much fun to give little like inputs and stuff like that. As you guys can tell by the title of this video, I'm going to be doing a super easy beginner's eyeshadow tutorial. Super easy. Like I'm telling you guys, I'm going to make this video that you guys can follow through with no problems. It's going to be super easy, and we're only going to be using 3 colors and that's it. No more, no less, just 3 colors. I know eyeshadow can be a little bit tricky sometimes because it's not like foundation where you just plop it on your face and work with it, you know? Eyeshadow is a lot more. You have to stay in the lines. You have to have a light hand. It's a lot more artsy, I would say. A lot more artsy. Eyeshadow is tricky for beginners, especially. A little disclaimer, actually. I just recently got into eyeshadow. I used to be really into foundation and highlighter, concealer, blush, bronzer, that type of stuff. Eyeshadow, I always kind of like push to the side a little bit because it's tricky, you know? Like you can easily make eyeshadow look bad if you don't know what you're doing. So I've been working with eyeshadow a lot recently and I've really have some tricks and stuff. So I really want to just share my input with you guys and hopefully this can help someone. If you guys are interested to watch my super easy beginner eyeshadow tutorial, you guys can continue watching my video. To start off doing your eyeshadow, I'm going to be doing this in step-by-step process for you guys so you guys can see what I'm doing, how I'm doing it. I'm going to make this super simple, step by step. So first step that I'm going to be doing is you want to conceal your eyes. What does concealing your eyes mean? Concealer is just a very light shade of like foundation in a way, thicker, that's going to cover up any imperfections and stuff like that. So the reason we use concealer helps start a fresh base for your eyeshadow. The way you're going to do this, nothing crazy. So you're going to have like 2 little dots like that, and all you're going to do is you can use your finger, preferably, because it's simple. You don't need an extra item to hold. You can just use your finger, and you're just going to spread it out. Now that you have a clean little base starting with your concealer, you're going to take a powder. I'm going to be using my Rimmel Stay Matte Translucent Powder. This is what it looks like. So translucent means that it can go with any skin tone, any skin color. It does not matter. The reason I prefer it to be a translucent color is because it's less that you're adding on your eyelids. You're adding a translucent color that doesn't have any big pigment to it. It's just kind of like see-through powder, honestly, just to set your concealer. But if you go ahead and you want to go ahead and add like an actual colored powder, it can mess with the pigment on your eyeshadow. So I always prefer it to be a translucent color. Okay. You're going to go ahead and you're just going to take a brush. You're going to set your eyelids. Do not put too much powder on because if you put too much powder on, it can actually dry out your eyeshadow and it won't look good. So just put a light coat on, enough for it to just be dry. We can officially start our eyeshadow. So the first step to do with your eyeshadow is you want to do your transition shade. What does that mean? What does transition shade mean? So your transition shade is the first shade that you do for your eyeshadow. So that is the eyeshadow that's gonna go on your lid. So your lid is this whole area right here. And you're gonna go ahead and you're going to put your transition shade on your lid. When you are doing your transition shade, that color is going to be your lightest shade. So you're going to start from lightest to darkest. So your transition shade is going to be a light color. If you're a beginner, I always like these types of eyeshadow palettes. This is a Wet n Wild eyeshadow palette. And you see these big shades right here. It is marked on them, transition, your transition shade. So you can pick either or, just so you know where to start, because your transition shade is actually super important to start off your eyeshadow, because it's the first shade that you're putting on and you're leading it with all the other ones. So you want to start off with a good shadow. You can pick like a little bit of a darker transition shade, or you can pick a little bit of a lighter transition shade. I'm going to use the darker transition shade right here. Now, the other thing we're going to talk about is brushes. We're not going to go into detail about brushes, but brushes, we're going to be using two different forms of brushes today. So for your transition shade, you want to use a flat brush, something like this. So you want it to be flat. The reason you want it to be flat is because your transition shade, you're adding a whole color on your lid. You want it to be flat so that you can spread out that whole color on your lid and pat it on layered, because you want it to have a good amount of pigment. And whenever you grab the eyeshadow, you just want to tap it so any excess shadow comes off, because believe it or not, eyeshadow can also be very, very cakey. And then you're just going to start adding on. And when you add eyeshadow, you want to tap first, and then you could go ahead and drag to spread out the shadow. And something actually that I forgot to mention, especially if you're starting off doing eyeshadow new, you want to add tape on the side right here, so that you can keep your shadow inside your eyelid, if that makes sense. I don't have tape. I have Band-Aids, so I'm going to be using Band-Aids like that. So you just want to tap, and then you're going to drag. And then you see where the Band-Aid is? You're going to go ahead and you're just going to drag like this to give that shadow like an angle. And this is why I put the Band-Aid here, because it helps keep it in place. And then once you start learning, you kind of know where to stop and stuff like that. But it's a good starter. So this is how it looks after I added my transition shade. So you guys can take a look and see. So now our second step that we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and add our crease. The crease starts right here. When you open your eye, it's that line. It's literally right here. Your transition shade and your crease shade actually come together, and you're going to blend it all out together, and it's going to look really nice. So you guys will see what I'm going to do with that. What kind of brush are we going to use for our crease? So we have two of these guys right here. We're going to actually use the smaller guy right here. So these are literally the same things. This has a bigger head, this has a smaller head. For this one, we're going to use the smaller head. For this section, we're going to use this color, which is like the orange one right here. And obviously that is a little bit brighter and more pigmented than the first shade. Like I said, we're going from lighter to darker. Go ahead and tap that on. And we're gonna do that. Open our eyes. We're gonna put this in the crease. And then we're just gonna start going like this. And we're gonna go left to right. To keep it simple, and open your eye. And just go left to right. And then you're going to add to that wing. So you're going to go like this. So now we are at our last step. The final thing that we're going to do, it's super, super simple actually. So I'm going to show you guys exactly how this is going to get done. I'm going to do your last shade, which is going to be the darkest color. This dark, dark brown right here. I know as a beginner, when you look at a shade like that, it's like, oh, I don't really want to mess with that because it's going to look like shit. I'm telling you guys, it's a super, super simple. This is going to help you guys. And you're going to be like, I can do any color. And I'm going to be like, yes, you can. Yes, you can. And you're going to use that same small-headed spoolie brush. Tap off the excess. And I always learned this trick, and this always helped me. So to add more pigment to your eyeshadow, I went ahead and I tapped that color in so you see. You're going to take a setting spray, water, whatever, and you're just going to spray it. And that's going to add more pigment to your shadow. The last shade, where you're going to add it is you're actually adding it on the side right here. And you're just going to tap. I'm just going to tap until you get a big blob that you want. So you want it to be a big circle at the bottom right here. So you went ahead and you put that blob on. Now you're gonna go back to that bigger spoolie brush that I told you guys about. And what you're gonna do, you're gonna blend everything together. So boom. And you're gonna go in literally in circles like this, so that you can cover the inside of your corners, and then you can do outside circles so you can cover that wing area. But just go in circles, spread it out, but just keep going in circles. Don't be scared. So that is that. So I finished that shade and I blended it out, and this is the outcome. I'm gonna take off my band-aids. Ow. So this is what it looks like. And you see how that band-aid really helped keep that all inside. That's exactly what you want. I literally just kept it at 3 shades, and I didn't like go and add any more pink, nothing. Like I did it those, and this is literally the outcome that you get. And I feel this look is super cute for school, for work, whatever. And I'm telling you guys, it's super easy. It just obviously took some more time because I was explaining and stuff, but when you're doing it yourself, this look maybe takes 5-10 minutes, maybe, roughly, not even. So it's super, super simple. So I hope this look was easy for you guys, simple to understand and to follow. And yeah, I hope it was, like I said, I hope it was easy, and I hope you guys enjoyed it. And yeah, I will see you guys back in my next video, and you guys have a great day. Bye.